Watch this Beagle's face transform when love finally finds her. The moment I saw her lying there in that shelter cage, something inside me just broke. Her eyes were empty, haunted by whatever nightmare she'd lived through. I didn't know her story yet. I didn't know about the bullets, the pain, the betrayal. All I knew was that this little Beagle needed someone to believe in her again. And if you're watching this right now, if you love stories about second chances and the incredible resilience of animals, I need to ask you something. I'm pouring my heart into bringing you these real rescue stories, and if you haven't subscribed yet, it would mean the world to me. Just click that button below, because every subscriber tells me that these stories matter, that compassion still exists in this world. Now, let me tell you about Daisy and how she taught me what courage really means. The shelter called me on a Tuesday morning. They said they had a Beagle who'd been shot twice. She might not make it, the woman on the phone told me, but she's fighting. When I got there, I wasn't prepared for what I saw. Daisy was curled up in the corner of a cold metal cage, trembling. The vet explained that someone had shot her in the jaw. The bullets had missed her brain and eye by mere centimeters. It's a miracle she's alive, he said, shaking his head. But honestly, I don't know if she'll ever trust humans again. I knelt down in front of her cage. "Hey, sweet girl," I whispered. She didn't look at me. She just stared at the wall, like she was trying to disappear. My heart shattered into 1,000 pieces right there on that concrete floor. How could anyone do this to such an innocent creature? What kind of darkness lives inside someone who could pull that trigger? But putting her down was not an option for me, not even close. Daisy underwent emergency surgery the next morning. The surgical team worked for hours, repairing the damage to her jaw and nasal cavity. When I picked her up afterward, she was wrapped in bandages, groggy from anesthesia, and still so scared. I carried her to my car like she was made of glass. "You're safe now," I told her. "I promise you're safe." Those first few weeks were the hardest thing I've ever done. Daisy wouldn't eat. She flinched at every sudden movement. When I reached out to pet her, she would duck her head and tremble. It was like watching a ghost move through my house. She existed, but she wasn't really living. At night, I would hear her whimpering in her crate, probably reliving whatever horror show she'd survived. I cried a lot during that time. I questioned whether I was helping her or just prolonging her suffering. But then, something incredible happened. I have 2 other dogs, Max and Luna. They're both rescue dogs too, with their own trauma stories. One evening, about 3 weeks after bringing Daisy home, I let all 3 of them into the living room together. I'd been keeping Daisy separated, worried that she wasn't ready for social interaction. But Max walked right up to her, sniffed her gently, and then just laid down next to her. Luna followed, pressing her warm body against Daisy's other side. And then I saw it. The tiniest movement. Daisy's tail wagged. Just once, just a small, tentative wag. But it was there. I held my breath, afraid to move, afraid to break whatever magic was happening in that moment. Max licked Daisy's ear, Luna rested her head on Daisy's back, and Daisy's tail wagged again. This time, it didn't stop. That was the breakthrough. From that moment on, Daisy started coming back to life. She started eating more. She started exploring the house. She would follow Max and Luna around like they were her guardians, her proof that the world could be safe again. Watching them play together became my favorite part of every day. But here's what shocked me most. As Daisy healed, her personality exploded. This dog who I thought might never trust, might never be happy again, turned out to be the goofiest, silliest, most mischievous Beagle I've ever met. She steals socks, she hides toys in the couch cushions, she does this hilarious little dance when it's dinner time, spinning in circles and play bowing at Max. The first time she actually snuggled with me, I cried. We were on the couch watching TV, and she just climbed up, circled 3 times, and plopped down right in my lap. She looked up at me with those big brown eyes that were no longer empty, no longer haunted, and I swear I saw forgiveness in them. Not just for whoever hurt her, but maybe for the whole broken world that had let her down. She's not fully healed, even now. The hole in her nasal palate is still there. She'll always have scars, visible and invisible. Some nights, she still has bad dreams, and I wake up to comfort her. But most days, she's just living her absolute best life. She plays, she cuddles, she trusts, she loves. And here's what I've learned from Daisy. Healing isn't linear. It's messy and complicated, and sometimes you take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. But it's possible. Even when darkness tries to win, even when cruelty leaves its mark, love can rebuild what was broken. I can't imagine my life without this goofy, resilient, beautiful soul. She's taught me more about courage and forgiveness than any person ever has. Every morning when she greets me with that wagging tail and those bright eyes, I'm reminded that second chances are real, that hope is stronger than hurt, that love always wins. You know what the best part is? Daisy doesn't remember me as her rescuer anymore. She just knows me as her person, the one who throws the ball, the one who gives the best belly rubs, the one who sneaks her extra treats when Max and Luna aren't looking. She's not a rescue dog living in the shadow of her trauma. She's just Daisy, happy, whole, and home. And that's what every animal deserves. Not pity, not sympathy, just a chance to be themselves again, to trust again, to love again without fear. If Daisy's story touched your heart, share it. Let people know that broken things can be made beautiful again, that the dogs everyone else gives up on are often the ones who teach us the most about what it means to be human. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't answered that phone call, if I'd said no, if I'd told myself I already had enough dogs. Where would Daisy be now? Would she have found someone else? Or would she have become just another statistic, another animal who ran out of time? It haunts me to think about, but it also reminds me why every single rescue matters. So here's my question for you. What would you do if you found a dog like Daisy? Would you walk away or would you fight for her second chance? Drop your answer in the comments. I really want to know.